Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Yo, what it is, what it do. It is Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's your favorite thing to do on a Wednesday and talk some BKFC with Mike and Mish on the Mike and Mish Show. What up, Mikey?
Yo, what is going on? We back in action.
We back
Not
in
back
action.
acting.
Dude, look at me. I got a collared shirt on. I came straight home from base, if you want to call it that. Is Kim
Collared
that
shirt. It's a
what
base.
is it's a base. Okay, so
Camp.
I've been it's a camp. Yeah, I've been teaching class all week, Mikey, and I've been excited to get back on here and talk some BKFC. We got fights this weekend. We got news on the old interwebs today that
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
are all spun up about, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But what's going on with you?
Fund up. Man, I have just been pretty much doing the same thing. I've been doing a lot of summer stuff, going to the beach, doing the
Like
yard shit.
somersaults? Somersaults?
Summer doing bat salts. I've been doing bat salts, somersaults, and bat salts.
Somersaults and bat salts. Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
Eating faces and going places. That's what I've been
Hey,
doing.
well, that's good. You spend a lot of time with the girls doing yard work and shit.
Oh yeah, we're doing all sorts of stuff. There's a phenomenon going on right now, and it's I think I mentioned it. It's the Labubu and grow a garden. That's all that goes on in my house all the time.
No
That's it.
idea what
Grow
that
a
is.
garden, Labubus, all that stuff. Some
What the
people know, some people don't. But
do I have to have a daughter to know what those are? Maybe.
I know, I don't
Maybe.
think so.
No?
Maybe no, I don't think so. They're pretty. I don't know, taking the world by storm, man. Taking the world by storm.
Labubu.
Labubu.
Well, Mike, K-pop movie? What is
Oh
that?
my God. It's on
Mike,
Netflix.
what is that?
The K-pop Demon Hunters. That's right. Yeah,
Demon
it's not
Hunters.
all the time. This is K-pop Demon Hunters. You're gonna see it on Netflix. You're gonna hear all the songs on the radio now because these kids they just started this past weekend. Never heard of it before. Saw it on the TV. Heard a couple of songs. Next thing, it's on every reel I hear. Then I go in the car and it's on the radio. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? It's taking over my life, man. Taking over my life.
Taking over your life. Well,
Yep.
I'm out of touch with reality, so I've been staying down at the camp. I've the boys been Nolan's been in basketball camp. Jackson's doing guitar stuff, and it's just like 2 more days, and I'm back to reality, Mike. And I'm back to reality just in time to watch the BKFC Philly card, and then get really, really excited about Sturgis Bike Rally. I see you got that shirt on. That's what I'm talking about. Our boy Pat Sullivan's back in action.
That's right.
Hey, we got a double header for you guys tonight. In a couple minutes, we got the big man himself, Todd Duffee, is back. At least back making noise. He would like to fight again. And
he's trying
he
to get in
knows,
there.
you know what he knows? That fights get made on the Mike and Mish Show. So he would like to come on here and talk some BKFC with us. So we're going to talk to Todd Duffee. He's been on action since the Knucklemania 4 event, and he had signed with the GFL, and we all know that fell through. And he's looking to get back in there, toe the line, swing some bare knuckles around. And then after we're done talking to him, we are going to talk to Killa Bee, Taylor Starling, who is going to be co-main event at Sturgis Buffalo Chip. Second year in a row. Last year, she was the main event in a title shot against Britain Hart in an amazing fight of the year contender. And this year she is back, and Shelby Cannon, right? Shelby Cannon is her opponent in the co-main event at the Chip. Mike, I'm excited about next week.
Back at the Chip. Man.
Back at the Chip.
You know what? She's back on the card, and that's awesome to be able to fight there. Not only the first time, but now she's going to co-main on the second one. You know who else is on that card? Zach Kalmus is back on that card.
Zach Kalmus is back, yeah.
Is Conley on that card too?
Yeah, Stronghold is on there. He's fighting.
There's a few people coming back,
Buffalo
Timmy
Mason. Timmy Mason's back. Oh no,
is he?
Is Timmy Mason back? Yeah, he's back on the Buffalo Chip card. It's gonna be a good time, dude. It's
Sturgis
a fucking
couldn't
blast.
get enough.
Sturgis couldn't get enough. Hey, since I'm wearing a collared shirt and I'm looking all scholarly, and I wanted to do something here. The post that went kind of viral today, that a lot of people who like to share anything they can to take shots at this company will do it, and they did. And I don't know if we have the graphic, but it's this right here. It says acquisition opportunity. You guys can it was on there. So I reached out to a couple people and I asked about it, and here's what I got back. So for everyone that's like feeling like they got a victory on their hands today, you fucking Stunads. All right. It only has to do with the shares that were taken back from Triller. Okay, so Triller was bought out, and they will be auctioning off shares that were owned by Triller. It's a legal thing. It's a legal process that we have to go through. When you take the shares back, you have to put them up for auction. There's a set price. People are going to bid on it. Has nothing to do
Who's
with
bidding?
Who's going to bid? I don't know. But did you hear what I said, everybody? So anybody that's asking that question, everyone's
That's what we got.
Everyone's asking, like, oh, are they going under? What are they doing with this money here? Oh boy, Mike, that's what it is. It only has to do
stocks.
It only
Triller
has to do
BKFC
with
stocks.
I'll read it one more time. It only has to do with the shares that we took back from Triller. It has nothing to do with the BKFC itself. It's a legal thing. It's a legal process that we have to go through. When you take back shares, you have to put them up for auction. There is a set price. People will bid. So there you go. So for the guys that are like sharing it online, go bid on it. Go bid on it.
Bid, baby.
Bid, baby. Put your money where your mouth is.
I'll tell you one thing.
Put your money where your mouse is.
I don't know nothing about anything to do with that. You know what? I bought Dogecoin once on fucking Robinhood. And then Robinhood robbed everybody blind. Everybody hated them. And after that, I was like, well, I did make some money on it. And that was pretty much it. Other than that, I'm only invested in my retirement. So I do have some stocks there, but I don't do that myself. I have somebody else do that.
So
I have time to fucking look at.
I bought a few stocks on Robinhood too. You know what? And I bought stocks on Robinhood one time. I mean, a couple different times, and I barely ever looked back. I don't know. I don't know if I made any money off them or not.
Still there,
but it's still there. So that is the news. If you were wondering, that's all we got. And if we got that, then I'm telling you, it's probably pretty accurate. So with that said, Mike, we got two guests and one of them's ready to come on.
Yes.
Heavyweight BKFC, heavyweight Todd Duffee, former UFC Todd Duffee. He's coming on in a second. What do you say we bring him in?
Let's do it right after these words.
Fight fans of Philly!
I've loved everything I've seen from him in the trials. His first two fights, this guy could be a problem for a lot of guys.
Rodriguez, good left hand from Rodriguez.
Oh, I don't think some of him's getting up. Her eye's hurt. That might be all she wrote.
Will he get to the inside from Eric Lopez?
Hey-o.
There he
is.
Todd, how you doing? Welcome to the show, my man.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. And I see that
Not
big
looking
smile,
good.
and I can hear you.
We see the big smile. We see the new haircut. The Thor look is gone. Clean cut. Todd Duffee is back.
Oh no, I can't hear you at all.
Uh-oh.
We tried to
exit
can
out,
you hear me?
come
Shake
back
your
in.
head.
Back out and then come back in.
Oh no.
Back out and come back in.
I'll text him.
I'll remove him.
I'm going to text him. So we're going to get Todd Duffee in here in a second. Look at that, Mike. The Thor hair's gone.
Yeah, I know. Cut the luscious locks off.
The luscious locks are gone. So he is.
Locks.
He's
The luscious locks are gone.
He's looking for a fight. With the growth of the heavyweight division, I'm hoping that he does come back and get a fight. I got a few opponents in mind, Mike, that I think would be nice for Todd to come back. We know that he suffered an injury that we're going to ask him about after.
Yes.
During that
Knucklemania 4 card.
Yeah, Knucklemania 4 against Ben Rothwell on that card, which was insane.
We haven't really heard much from him since that happened. That was very abrupt. It happened so quickly. Him and Ben were in the ring. Next thing you know, he's down. He gets hurt. Can't fight anymore. We haven't even been able to talk to him. I barely remember ever really hearing from him. Let's get him back on the screen here. Hey, what's going on? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we
All
can.
right, we're good. We're back. Yeah.
All right, let's try this again.
In there like
Todd.
swimwear.
In there like swimwear. Welcome to the show. Finally, I was saying, I don't think you could have heard me before, but I said the Thor locks are gone. The clean cut Todd Duffee is back in the house. You're looking good, my friend. How you doing?
I still got a scraggly beard. But no more long hair. Oh,
No more.
Lost it again. Guys, I moved just to. Does it work?
It's super choppy, man.
It's still a bit choppy.
I'm ruining your show.
You're good. You're all right.
It's the beauty of live broadcasts here. So let's do what we can. Let's see if you can hear me. Todd, you've been out since Knucklemania. He can't hear me?
Oh no. Yeah.
You can hear me.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
he's yeah, there we go. So
you got a little bit of a delay. I'll just run through it here. Knucklemania 4, you fought Ben Rothwell after the fight was canceled, and you made it. You made it to Los Angeles. The fight didn't go your way, and you've been out since. What have you been up to? Son of a bitch.
yeah, and I'm with Big Ben. If Todd could get closer to a McDonald's, they got a good internet. You could go to any fast food restaurant. They usually got free internet. You just park.
Starbucks.
Yep, just park in. Oh yeah, Starbucks. That's right. That's what we use.
So
we use and abuse them.
You know
Anytime
what?
we go out.
While he's working on trying to get back in here.
Yep.
So the class that I'm teaching is an equal opportunity leaders course, right?
Oh, boy.
And we ran this exercise where you can't get offended, but there's a sheet with different racial categories, right? And we have white male, white female, black male, black female, Asian male, Asian female, and we pass that out. It's a completely anonymous thing, but write down any stereotypes that you have heard about these. Like, I'm not going to say a lot of them because they were crazy, but
sure, but it's what you got to do to train.
It's absolutely
you have to put everybody in these positions.
Yeah,
have them talk about it amongst the group.
Do you know what a
which makes it a tough course?
It is a tough course. Mike, can you guess what the most common stereotype for a white girl was?
Karen.
That was on there, but 4 or 5 different people in
Stanley's.
No, Stanley's was on there, I think, too. But Starbucks. White girls love Starbucks. It was like Starbucks, Karen's, entitled. It was kind of funny, and but I didn't realize that loving Starbucks was a stereotype for white women. That was funny.
Yeah, UGG boots, yoga pants, Starbucks, Karen, Stanley's.
One of the stereotypes for white
now Labubus.
Labubus. Okay.
And now Labubus. Yeah. I don't have a Labubu. I have one somewhere in here. I'd show you guys. I'm sure somebody knows what they are, but they're the new big thing. Anyways.
Somebody said white dudes cannot play basketball. And I said, listen, I don't know who wrote that.
I don't know where you live.
I'm like, you ever hear of a guy named Larry Bird or Luka Doncic or Pistol Pete Maravich or Jay Williams or Nolan Mish? I'm like, come on, man. White dudes can play ball.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic is the best player on the planet right now. He's a freaking white dude. Come on. Big Ben Vanasky can ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. He likes big balls. He likes underhand throws.
All right, let's try this one more time.
Oh, yeah. He looks good right now. He's looking damn good.
Oh, he's saying
I
wait.
feel
He's saying
good
wait
about
a second. He's saying
He
wait.
said, wait a second. He
Oh,
looks
come on.
good.
Let's go.
He
Bring
looks
him
good right now. Bring him in. I think he looks great in that. Here we go.
What's happening, guys? Sorry
Oh,
about
it's
that.
like
I had-
a whole different world right now. It's like you went to another planet.
I'm in the sunny California AA right now. I'm definitely sitting in the sun, that's for sure.
Oh man, it's so colorful now. Oh yeah, it's
So
great.
it is working good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
We
So
got
let me
full
just
bars.
let me rephrase what I asked you. So last time we saw you, you had an unfortunate fight canceled in Salt Lake City, and then you made it to finally get to toe the line in the BKFC. It was against Ben Rothwell at Knucklemania 4. The fight did not go your way. We know that you sustained an injury that night. Can you give us an update on what happened to you that night and where you've been in the meantime?
So I've been waiting, looking for a fight since, pretty much. Basically what happened was, I guess, I'd already had experiences like when my youth with like stingers and stuff like that. You should make it to the end of the round, whether or not you get injured. That's kind of irrelevant. You expect to go in there and get injured. It's not like, oh, this is not a reason to necessarily stop a fight. In short, I ended up having to get neck surgery. I had a fracture that had like sunk down and was pressing badly on my nerve. Not necessarily entirely sure how I sustained this situation other than the fall. Pretty well recovered from that surgery quite a while ago, and I thought I would be fighting by now. I'm begging for a fight at this point. That's what I'm looking for.
Can I ask you if you're willing to talk? What kind of surgery was it? Because my lower neck is bone on bone, and they've been wanting to do a fusion on my neck for like 4 years, and I keep pushing that off. Did you do a fusion?
I avoided a fusion. I don't know the name of it, to be honest. They went in there. They like removed some of it. They pinned something. I believe it was probably the bone, the actual bone itself. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at the names of it. But no, I avoided a fusion, which was something that they did talk about at one point. But it seems better almost immediately. Once I got it done, it felt immediately better. It took me probably like 4 or 5 months to recover from. So it wasn't a terrible ordeal. Like when you think neck, you're like, oh, fuck, this is a wrap. But no, it's recovered well. I've been sparring, I've been training, looking for a fight,
Well, I can feel what you were feeling right there because I've been, like I said, bone on bone for a long time, and I've been pushing that fusion off for a long time, and my arms keep going numb. Eventually, I'm gonna have to do something about it, but numbness in the hands, you know what I mean? It shoots down the back of your arm and into your hands. It's a pain in the ass. It's uncomfortable. But
yeah,
I'm glad
I don't make excuses for the injury. At the end of the day, like you expect to get in there injured. I did panic ultimately. Like I can only blame myself for that moment. It kind of is what it is. I would love a shot at redemption. That's for damn sure. I'd love to do it in the BKFC or a bare knuckle platform at this point. It's kind of irrelevant where I fight. I'm just looking to fight. And I have been for a while. Like I did sign with GFL and got involved in that debacle. Obviously that's not occurring. So I'm right back here looking for a redemption with BKFC, to be honest.
since you've been out, the BKFC has been building up that division, and a lot of familiar names are coming around. Parker Porter came over from the UFC, and he fought a couple times up in Mohegan Sun and looked really good in the heavyweight division. But just recently in Fort Worth, Texas, Andrei Arlovsky made his debut against Josh Copeland. I'm wondering if you watched that, wondering what your thoughts were on his performance. And he himself in the post-fight press conference said he doesn't want to jump straight into a fight with Ben Rothwell. It's too soon. He would like another fight or two prior to Ben. It looks like the BKFC wants to make that Ben-Andre fight, but I'm thinking if he wants another fight in between, Copeland and Rothwell, you would check all the boxes for a good opponent for Andrei Arlovsky. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I mean, I would love it. I love the opportunity. It was a pretty good fight. Like, he did his job. It honestly looked like he was kind of like scared to pull the trigger. It is different with that without the gloves. Immediately, it's a big difference. And who knows how much time he had to prepare. He looked a lot better in his parry, the promotion the parry's putting on. He looked a lot better in that fight.
The dirty boxing.
Yeah, dirty boxing. He looked a lot better. I think the gloves kind of threw him off a little bit. You start thinking about your hands maybe. But I was, as far as I know, talking to my management team, we were offered the fight. We accepted it 2 weeks ago, and then apparently his management team turned it down. I don't imagine Arlovsky's turning down fights with me, or anyone for that matter. I do fit the bill for that next fight that he's looking for. It would make a lot of sense. Like, I jumped right into the deep end. I'm kind of shocked that he's beat a guy twice and he's not willing to do that, but it is an entirely different feel and an entirely different sport. He's going to work at his own pace, which is smart,
Yeah, a lot of people seem to have that same feel out process every time they step in for the first time to the squared circle. You'll just see it. And I say, like, Austin Trout, for instance, like, he's the number one guy that I always remember, because when he fought Diego Sanchez, and nothing against Diego Sanchez, I'm thinking, like, hey, here's this guy. He's a championship boxer. He's come in, he fights Diego. Diego's been off for a little while, a little older, and he comes in, and I was like, okay, Austin Trout won, but I didn't think he really did great, and I feel like he was a bit hesitant. Then they put him in there against the pound for pound number one fighter in the world, in Palomino, and he takes him out for the title. I was like, wait, what the hell happened between the first fight to this fight? It's just like he just needed that feeling out process. So I see that a lot too. I see that with a lot of fighters in BKFC. It's just different.
It is a different sport. People think your hands are wrapped. They're not. That's just tape. It's just tape. And it doesn't really stop your wrist from bending, etc. So,
yeah,
it's a big different feel. I can imagine. I don't imagine he had a ton of time to prepare for that moment. So I'm sure that that played into the fight. It looked like it. Like, he didn't start pulling the trigger until the third round, realistically. But he's still Andre. He actually kind of looked better than he has. I think that's more of a hit format fight for him, to be honest. He doesn't have to worry about takedowns as much. He still gets his clinching opportunities. So I think he's definitely it's a tough fight for anybody. And I think it's a good opportunity for me. It makes tons of sense for me. I know the fans want it. It's not been a secret. Like, they've been talking about that fight for ages, probably 15 years. I don't know. Like, it put me on the map on the MMA Underground. I was like 19 or 20 when I did a troll post regarding him. I wish that could come into play, but MMA.tv is not dead. So
wherever you're going, you're starting to break up a little bit. So where you were fantastic. Where you're going, it's starting to break up.
I should get better on this next stop, and I'll pull over. I have all my bars.
You're getting a little better again.
So if we heard you correctly, the fight was offered and now it's not. Do you think that your management team could maybe pull that from the ashes if it was already talked about once? That means obviously people were interested and they were thinking about it. And obviously you said Andre's not the one that turned it down. So do you know why it got scrapped? Was it 100% because you think they're going to make the Ben fight?
I don't think they're going to make that Ben fight unless I think they would have done it already. They would have announced it at that last press conference that they had with the champions. That would have made most sense. To me, honestly, I can't say his name, the Cuban kid from Florida, he looks like the best matchup for Ben right now, coming off those 9 consecutive KOs.
Perdomo.
Arlovsky's asking for another fight. So it's like, here I am. I would imagine, from my understanding, it's not like his management team.
It's really hard to hear you, Todd. You might have to back out and come right back in again because you lost your audio for a second. Yeah. I think it's because he lost his audio. He's not going to get it back. He was so perfect for a while there. I mean, it was crystal clear. Am I clear? Crystal.
Killa Bee is in the waiting room.
Yes.
Taylor, you don't look homeless. That's great. Thank you, because we weren't going to let you on this
Yeah, I
show
was a
if you
little
look like
nervous.
some homeless bum. Okay, I'm
I was getting
joking,
nervous.
just joking. But we're gonna try to get Todd back on here and wrap up with him, and then we'll bring you right on. So just hang in there if you can.
Shit, I don't know where he was, but he was like he was like on the fucking yellow
on
brick road there.
Right, he was 4K.
Yeah,
He
shit was perfect.
he
Golden.
was 4K for sure. Yeah, man. I do think, and I hope he comes back on here because we'll wrap it up with him. But I do think that if they offered the fight already, the right people were interested. It checks all the blocks. Perdomo versus Ben does make a lot of sense. Todd,
Hey,
you're back.
Are we doing better? I got all my bars. Nice.
A little bit, yeah. So let's wrap. So because we're struggling with the choppiness, but what we heard you say was that Perdomo 9-0 for 9 first round knockouts makes the most sense for Ben Rothwell right now. And if that's the route they're going to go, give the young undefeated heavyweight knockout artist the chance. Perdomo versus Rothwell, a Todd Duffee versus Arlovsky in the meantime makes a ton of sense. Is that what you were saying?
I think so. Obviously, like if I'm involved, I'll fight any one of them at this point. I just think, like from a legacy standpoint, like what Perdomo's done is pretty impressive. 9-0 with all KOs is like unheard of. It is a brand new sport, but still, I would, give the guy a chance to get his 10th knockout in a row for a title. That's what makes sense to me. And they've already kind of, they've kind of alluded to it some, but I'm not their matchmaker. I'm not in their business suite. But to me, that's what I would like to see just as a fan. And then obviously I'm looking for that Arlovsky fight, so it makes the most sense to me.
Well, let's get this thing made. BKFC fans, let the BKFC know in the chat. Let them know on Instagram. Post about it because Todd Duffee's healthy and he's ready to fight. The GFL went the way of the dodo bird. We don't even know what the hell happened there, but GFL's not in the picture. Doesn't matter. They're not in the picture anymore. So BKFC is in the picture. Todd, it's been a long time coming to get you on this show. You finally came on. The connection's been a little choppy towards the end.
You were good for a little while though.
We want to give you a chance to say some final words, and then we'll let you get out of here. All right?
I mean, at this point, I'm looking for a fight in any direction. I prefer to be with BKFC or bare knuckle, generally speaking, just to get redemption on that. I'd like that opportunity again. I left the UFC contract for the BKFC. I think I'm built for that sport. My style, pretty much everything about me makes sense for bare knuckle fighting. So that's what I'm looking to do. The GFL was kind of a distraction, obviously. Didn't work out. I'm not mad about it because now it presents this opportunity of getting another bare knuckle fight and getting that redemption. Like, I just want to go in there and put on a great fight. I think I'm built for it. Just stylistically, over the 20 years of my martial arts experience, anybody that I told, like, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing BKFC that knew my style was like, oh, you're perfect for that. Like, I fight like my hair's on fire.
I love it, man. Well, I hope that they hear this, and with all the names that they're bringing into that heavyweight division, I think if it's not Arlovsky, there are the Parker Porters and Pat Brady's out there that fit the bill.
Parker Porter, yeah, anybody at this point. Like, I didn't get a tune-up fight. I didn't get a warm-up. I got in there and had to fight the toughest guy they could find. Accepted the fight over 3 different times. On the third time was the charm, obviously. Would love to get that opportunity back. I've spoke to Ben. He said he would give me that opportunity again. Obviously, I just need to get in there and get some wins. But to do that, I got to get a fight.
There you go. Let's get it done. Thank you so much, Todd, for coming on here. I hope you get some fight news soon. Mike, do you have anything else for Todd Duffee?
Todd, get on the phone, get your management, call up Dave Feldman and Nate Shook. Let's get this fight going. We need to see you back in there. It's been way too long since that first fight. You're ready to go. We'll have you on again before your next fight. I predict it's going to be very soon. So let's see you out there.
Question. Let me ask you guys
What's that?
question. What makes the most sense in the heavyweight picture? Does it not make sense if Arlovsky's asking for a fight to put me in there?
No, I think that's a great matchup.
I think it checks every block. You have name recognition. You have a very successful career. You are a aggressive fighter. You're a knockout artist, just like he is. You two would put on a hell of a show. And if they wanted to do like a double feature, put Ben and Perdomo at the main event and throw you and Arlovsky on the co-main. And if the plan is Arlovsky versus Ben and he gets the win over you, their wish comes true. If you come in there and you put down Andre Arlovsky, you get your rematch with Ben Rothwell if he comes out victorious. It all writes itself. It all makes a ton of sense. It checks every single block. I don't disagree with you whatsoever.
I mean, is there anybody else that you could see, like maybe you mentioned Parker Porter, or is there anybody else that would make sense for Arlovsky? I just don't see it. I mean, me and him started 10 years ago, let alone now. So it's like, here's the opportunity. I mean, I'd love to twist his manager's arm. You know, I don't think he turned down the fight. He's never turned down a fight probably in his life. But I know it was offered. I know I accepted, and then I got news back that he's not accepted it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that it comes to fruition for you, man.
Hopefully it comes to, like Kyle said, hopefully it comes to fruition. Dave Feldman, Nashuk, listen up. This guy wants to fight, but we got Killa Bee, and she's ready to come on, Todd.
So much, guys. I don't know anybody that's lost a fight that was 9-0 on the punch count. So I have a record, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for coming on, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care, man. Everybody else, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's Wu-Tang Wednesday. It is Wu-Tang Wednesday, and we got our favorite Killa Bee on the show. What's going on, Taylor? How are you?
Hi, everybody. I wish you guys knew how bad I smelled through the phone right now. I know I look the part, but I just trained all day long and I haven't showered. Came home, slapped makeup on for you guys, and now I'm here and I'm happy to be here.
You didn't have to do all that. I mean, Taylor, when you're sharing a screen with this face and that face, and you have that face, it's not hard to look good on the Mike and Mish show. It's really not.
We set people up for success on this show.
It's just like, I'm a show woman, and I think everyone's learned that by now. Like, you know, what you see is what you're going to get, and I have to do my part each and every time, or I don't feel like the Killa Bee.
Got to do your thing. Got to do your thing.
I'm sure Mike is going to agree with me. You are getting better and better on the mic. When you first started with the live show gigs, and you were just doing like little pieces here and there and whatnot, you were getting the feel. Now it looks like they got their freaking ringside interviewer person other than Cyrus Fees. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a great job.
I appreciate it. It's so crazy because I expected to go in there and then like tell me what they wanted me to do and how they wanted me to do it. And it was kind of like, you wanted to do it, you're here, figure it out. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I was like, okay, I'm one of those people who can like, I can flip a switch and like just do the damn thing. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do the damn thing, and we're gonna see what works and what doesn't. I definitely had a lot of like trial and error with certain things, and I'm finding my groove. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't terrified. Like being on the live broadcast in Texas, I was so scared. But I killed it. And I'm like, thank God. Because even during rehearsal, so they made me rehearse it. I was fucking up. And I was like, I don't know how this is going to go tonight, but my fingers are crossed. And I killed it.
I remember you were interviewing Josh Dyer ringside. right?
Yeah.
Nolan Mish, everybody.
Yeah, Nolan made a surprise appearance on the show tonight. He never does that, but he was in the studio here.
Oh, he had to do it. He had a chance, and he went for it. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were interviewing Josh Dyer ringside, and it was live, but it was also live for the people in-house too, which isn't always a thing. Like, yes, when Cyrus interviews people, they're behind the scenes most of the time. So yeah, they're talking, but they're not out in front of everybody. They're in the back. They're in front of the stop and repeat, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Stop and repeat. See, that's if people, not everybody knows that, but this guy. But anyways, so you're talking and they're hearing you live. You're in there and it's just off the cuff. And I'm watching that and I'm like waiting because I'm nervous. I'm watching you and I'm nervous for you while I'm watching it. And I'm like, damn, okay, can't fuck this up. And you just went and everything came out. I don't think you stumbled over any words. You were good. He answered whatever you asked him and went back to you. And then you gave it back to Cyrus and it was good. And I was like, holy shit. That went off without a hitch because that whole fucking arena is just staring at you at that point, and you can hear yourself.
I do really well under pressure, thankfully, but I definitely did not know that it was going to be like the in-house sound and that it was just like I was going to hear myself talking. The crowd's going crazy, so you can't hear anything. Josh Dyer's talking. I've got someone in my ear talking, and I was like, you know what? We're just going to go for it. The only thing I wish I didn't do but makes it my thing is I was like, what's the vibe? I was like, what's the vibe tonight? Like the way I said it, and I was just like,
that's the lingo though.
Yeah, it is. And that's like just how I speak. And I think the one thing I'm trying to do is like, I'm definitely trying to carry myself professionally, but also people love me because I'm me. So it just came out in that moment, and then I went back and like kicked myself. I was like, what's the vibe tonight, Josh Dyer? Like,
well, that's why they don't give you a script because they want your personality. They know who you are and who you've grown to be since you started fighting for BKFC. So they want that. And if they scripted it, you would have never said that.
I know it's so, but I was just like, ugh.
Well, I didn't think twice about it. I just thought it was totally normal. It's the way the kids talk, bruh.
Are you working this weekend?
I am not. I told them I need all the time off.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't be doing that during, I mean, you have been working during your camp, right?
Yeah, there was, so I had already had shows booked out. Like, I think the last show I did was Texas. So I was like Albuquerque. I was in Albuquerque and got my contract like while I was in Albuquerque. I was still training. But I got my contract while I was there, and then I had 3 or 4 shows lined up. My dogs are being so obnoxious, just by the way, so if you hear them being loud. But I had 3 shows lined up, and I wasn't going to back out of them and take off because I just started doing this. But I did say, like, hey, after Texas, I just want to focus on my fight. I want to be home and train because traveling is a lot. And thankfully, like, I worked with G. Perez a lot. Harrison Aiken had a coach with him in Texas, so we all went to the gym together. Me, him, G.
I rode to the airport with that guy. He was a very cool dude.
Yeah, his name's Nathaniel.
I don't remember his name, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sir.
So they're very cool. And then just thankfully, like when you're in you're around so many fighters and coaches. Like Albuquerque is a place that I grew up and started fighting, so I had a million coaches there ready to help me work. And then just G and everybody on the road, it's like they all want to train, so we're just training the entire time we're out there. So I didn't miss anything, but I was like, for the rest of this, I just want to be home and I want to be comfortable and I don't want to be traveling because the traveling is intense. That's the hardest part. You definitely lose 2 days. Like you lose a day getting somewhere and you lose a day leaving. So I wanted to be home and just be with my kids and be at my gyms and be with my people for camp. But now I'm like, ooh, I got to come out unscathed so I can get back to it. I miss it. I miss being on the road with Nick and like being around everybody.
I was going to say, and be with your Nick.
Yes, my Nick. I miss him. He's working in Philly right now.
Yeah, he was in the comments long before you came on just to see you. And he said as such. He said as much. He said, I'm here to see my wife.
He also corrected you, Mike. He said step and repeat. You said stop
and repeat. I said stop. Step and repeat.
Yeah. Step. The great Nick Vespi says, "You fucking idiot! It's step."
That's what he. Yeah, it is step.
That's what he. It's what he meant to say.
repeat.
It was you fucking stew not. It's goddamn step.
I bought the wrong vowel. I'm sorry.
Unreal.
Okay.
So Taylor, you never really look like you stopped training though. So you just turn it up. You turn it up to 11 for fight camp, and when you got the news that you're back at the Buffalo Chip, you're back at the Chip, man. We had such a blast last year out in Sturgis. You headlined it last year. They're saying twice as many people this year.
Oh yeah,
it's the 85th anniversary of the Sturgis Bike Rally, and they're, you know what, they were like predicting 1.5 million people there this year. It wasn't.
That's
it was
so
like,
many.
Yeah.
They said every time it's like an 875th, 85th, that it doubles in size.
I can only imagine the amount of boobs with pasties that we don't want to see.
Yes,
out there.
American flag pasties.
Yeah, and it's that place it's awesome. So when it first kind of got announced, I told Nate I wanted to do it, and Nate was like, "We don't have any plans for you on Sturgis." And then it was like, "Why not?" And then he called me like 2 days later and was like, "We want to have you on Sturgis." So I was like, "Okay."
I came up with a good idea.
Yeah. So
It was his idea, not yours.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's such a different world out there. I don't think people realize, like, when you're in Rapid City, South Dakota, it's so calm and like nothing going on, and you drive down this long straight road and there's nothing for miles and miles, and then you just come to this open dirt bowl of a field and it's thousands of people, thousands of motorcycles, so many things going on, and you're like, where the hell did this come from? But it's so awesome, and the people are so nice.
So great. We met the owner. We met the owner of the Buffalo Chip last year. This nice old man. It's like a 700-acre piece of property. It's broken up into like 6 different camps. If you want to, party like Mad Max, you go out into like, Zone
Where did
0
we go?
or whatever it was called. It was like
we went to some place where it was like crazy out there.
Did
like the
anybody
island
tell
of
you
about toys?
Yeah, they told us, if you want to go out to where it's really fucking wild, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like something
Zone
0,
X
like
or
Ground
Zone
0 or
something
Zone
like that.
0.
Yeah.
It's like not policed, and it's like they go, it's like Mad Max Thunderdome out there if you go out there. So Mike and I naturally went out there.
It was cool,
and they had like couches with motors and motorcycle wheels on them, and like there was a giant dick called the Marvelous. It was like a bull ride, like a mechanical bull, but it was like a mechanical bull,
but it was a big dick. Yeah. It was called. It said "Ride the Magnificent Member." That's what it said.
That's what it was. Ride the.
It was insane out there. People were going crazy out there. Like it was nuts.
But everyone, I think everyone would think like you go out there and it's like biker gangs and everyone's like hardcore. Everyone's so nice and so kind and so sweet, and like it's the best. And like fighting outside, I was kind of like, I'd never fought outside before, like in the open air, and it was beautiful. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I really hope it's exactly like it was last year. It was awesome.
Do you remember how hot it was at the weigh-ins?
Oh,
dude, people were passing out. Yeah, that's when Chelsea passed out, the ring girl.
Oh, I don't even remember that happening. I didn't know. I didn't know one of the ring girls fell out that day. That's crazy.
Yeah,
you know what?
Really, really hot.
In the Army, Mike, you know this. In the Army, now she would have to wear a red tag on her sleeve.
Yeah.
As a heat cat.
Hot weather casualty. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it was just like, I'm hoping this year, like, it's great if we do it there, but we need like AC. We need somewhere to be. Thankfully, I don't wear too many clothes when I weigh in, so I wasn't like struggling. But it definitely sucked, like, because we don't just show up and weigh in and leave. Like, we're there like a good hour or two before the weigh-ins, and then we have to weigh in. So it's a long wait in that heat. But hopefully we got that figured out this year. I got a fan. I bought like a hand fan. I'm like, this is going with me in case we're outside.
This girl that works at the facility that me and Mike work at, she comes over to my desk the other day and she's like, hey, check out what I bought. And she like lifts her t-shirt up and she bought this thing off of Amazon. They're fucking belt fans, right? And you tuck them into your pants, and it blows cold air. It blows air like up your shirt the entire day.
Wow.
It was absolutely fucking hilarious. And I was like, that can't be comfortable. She's like, well, it's not, but it's keeping me cool.
Yeah, that's
Belt, belt fans tucked into her waist.
might need one of those for South Dakota. It's crazy. And like people don't know, like the warm-up area in Sturgis is like there's like a bunch of like trailers, like RVs that are like not the best quality RVs. And I think last year me and Britton, we were like in this room that was like a shack, and there was like holes in the floor, and like I was like, oh, I really have to pee. I pee all the time, like so many times before I fight. And they're like, there's the porta potty. So it's like just going to the porta potties the whole time. But it was awesome. It was really cool.
And it's all dusty too. Like the backstage area was like you're in the middle of it's a dirt bowl, like just like she said, it's like a big dust bowl out there. It's crazy, but it is such a blast. And like you said about the people, like
the best people
to bring up, like Conor, that was when Conor made his first appearance, right? So Conor McGregor is who he is. He's like this mega star, and everywhere we've gone and seen him at with the BKFC, other than Sturgis, people act like fucking maniacs around him, and they swarm. And like in Hollywood, Florida, in the casino, it was like
I can't imagine.
It was like 200 people trying to swarm him at all times. He came to that after party that Grunt Style threw on out there, and he like walked right up to the bar. He's right in the mix of all these bikers. Nobody's fucking bothering him. They were just having regular conversations. Like if he was talking to someone, they left his ass alone. And I was like, maybe it's just that biker culture that like they're all friendly and they really just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like they're not starstruck. You are who you are, and we are who we are. Let's have a good time. Let's have a few beers.
Everybody there is probably so tore up. They don't know who's standing in front of them. They're probably like, whatever.
Maybe they had that rope swing there at that party too, and people were fucking rope swinging into the lake. But so you have a fight, and it's Shelby Cannon. Obviously we never talk about game plans or anything like that, but how excited are you to fight Shelby, and you sitting at the number 2 spot? Is this fight at 115 or 125?
115.
115.
After Beck, so let me give you a little backstory on the Beck situation. I didn't really want to fight Beck. They kind of said, this is what's happening. Like, I didn't find out I was fighting Beck until we were at the press conference in Philly, and I was like on stage. Like, I didn't know, like, I hadn't seen the contract yet. It was kind of like, you're fighting Beck. And I had a word with Feldman, and he's like, listen, like, you're a big name. Beck's a big name. This is a big event. We really want a good fight. I just want you to show up and fight. And so I was like, I struggled mentally with that, because I was like, I've been cutting to 115 now. I'm tiny now. I was like, I don't want to go back up and weight. And it was kind of like, the boss is giving me an opportunity, and you kind of have that loyalty factor of like, am I going to do this or am I not going to do this? So I stepped up to the plate and fought Beck, and I kind of knew in my mind, like, this isn't really what I want to do. Probably not the most ideal situation for me. But with that being said, I got offered Sturgis, and I said a couple of names of people I wanted to fight. And I will tell you that every single person turned down the fight except for Shelby Cannon. So all the respect to her. It was like, I named almost everybody in the 115-pound division. But I mean, of course, I was like, I want Britain again at Sturgis. But they want me to fight and prove myself and earn that back. But everybody said no except Shelby Cannon. So props to her for that. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm pumped. I feel like 115, I'm just a powerhouse at 115. I'm really strong. I'm the bigger girl. I feel like if I'm at 125, all these other girls, they're the bigger girl. I'm the small one. So it's nice to feel comfortable at 115.
That's great. And you already just answered my next question. Was going to be, a win over Shelby get you back to Britain, because the 115 division, I don't know what they do with Britain. Honestly, if it's not you, who the hell does she fight? It's a mystery at 115. I know
That
that
fight was too close. Like if Franco Tenaglia and Tony Soto got a rematch so fast for their fight of the year candidate, I think that was the men's fight of the year. I think mine and Britain's was the women's fight of the year. I think if Tony Soto and Franco Tenaglia were about to go and do it in Texas, why can't me and Britain do it again? But I get it. I will prove myself. I lost to Beck, which in my mind, I don't think the Beck Rawlings thing should be like hold so much on me, because that was also another like performance of the night fight for me. And I want Britain back for sure.
and Beck is a big girl. Like she's a big 125er too.
Dude,
She is no little 125er.
no. No, I'm a little 120. Like I can make 125 without doing anything. Like I can diet for a week and be 125. This I have to cut weight and get to 115. But yeah, that was just one of those things. Like I really tested myself and I went in there, and it wasn't like me and Beck threw down, and it was awesome, and it was a great fight. And I know Shelby Cannon is kind of like mouthed off a little bit about like how this fight doesn't make sense for her, because I have 2 losses, and I'm like, I lost to Britain, which that fight could have easily gone in my direction too. And then I fought Beck, and we went all 5 rounds, who's been in the sport since day one. So
Up a
I don't
weight
know how
class.
this fight doesn't make sense for Shelby Cannon. So I gotta make it make sense next weekend.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
Good.
I mean, she did fight for BYB
Mm-hmm.
more than a few times, right? And then she did fight now for BKFC once against Pop Rocky. But you have plenty of fights, and it's not like, okay, who'd you lose to? The champ. Okay. And who did you lose to other than that? Oh, the champ. You've lost to a couple of champs. And that's the thing that I don't think people pay attention to. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
she's got some losses. Like, yes, but look at the fight itself, but also who's she fighting. So it's like you're fighting the champ and you lose. You don't get kicked to the bottom of the freaking pile. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like, it's kind of crazy. And
Especially when the
you've been
pile's
top
shallow.
5 for a while too, for like a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't understand. Sure, yeah, you got knocked down a peg there, and she's coming up. So I think it's natural that you guys would fight. I don't understand how that doesn't make sense. I don't.
And it's no, like, Shelby Cannon is so nice, so sweet, such a, like, in Salt Lake City when she fought, she introduced herself, was the nicest person. Like I said, she stepped up and took this fight. Whereas other people that are ranked higher than her said no, and other people that should, like, that claim they should be fighting for the title said no. So that's big props to her. But when you look at her resume, she's lost to people, or she's not lost to, she's won against people who are 0-1, maybe, or 1-0 is Cat Paparaki, 0-2, 1-1 maybe. So it's like, and like my losses are against people who have fought 10 times in bare knuckle or are world champions.
2 of your losses are women's faces that would be on the fucking Mount Rushmore right now of bare knuckle fighting.
Exactly.
Dude,
So
people, you cannot discount that.
So yeah, I definitely think that she's going to. This is a big moment for her. It's a lot of pressure. Probably the biggest card she's ever been on in her life. Most people that she's ever fought in front of. Biggest name she's ever fought against, and she's got the pressure on her. So like I'm hoping she can rise to the occasion and show up. I think she's gonna come out crazy, and I'm ready, because one thing is, like, I don't prefer to be in wars, but if there's one thing I can do is I can throw the fuck down for 5 rounds. And thankfully I fought some tough women. We'll see if Shelby Cannon can bring the heat.
Yeah, been witness to that. That's like one of our our number one stories. We talk about how we got into bare knuckle fighting championship. I mean, we were covering the sport, but really, what really pulled us in was that first Knucklemania, just being there live. That shit just blew us away.
It was a good time. It was a blast. It was a whole different ball game.
That was like the cherry on top, really, because we didn't see that till later, which is so funny that it became such a big big meme after the fact, like a while after the fact too.
Like a couple of years, right? Like that was like 3 years later. You're all of a
So
sudden you're
funny
a
how that
viral
happened.
meme.
I have
It
to
is
stop. I have to stop myself from saying it was a blast or I had a blast like all the time. I'm like,
Oh no.
But it
No,
just
don't
comes
stop
out.
yourself.
It
Just
was a
do it.
blast.
Just do it.
So we don't want to keep you too long, but I do want to ask you this. I know you've been since Texas. You said you haven't been doing any of the interviews, or is that what you said since Texas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you didn't go to the Champion Summit and witness that debacle live?
No,
Oh,
that was
boy.
like
Oh God,
I
I
really
wanted to
wish
know what you had to say about this.
I wish I would have been there to do my job, and I'm like a little sad I didn't go, but business is business. Like this is business first. And but yeah, I had definitely had a lot of thoughts on stuff.
All right. Well, we'll just go right to the women that were on stage. Taylor, what were your thoughts about the Misfit Jessica Borga exchange that is now kind of
Viral.
very
Went a
viral and
little
very
viral.
famous? Misfit didn't hold back.
I'm going to say this. That probably put eyes on both of them, and whatever they say, no, what is it, bad publicity or any publicity,
No publicity is bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
And good for them. I just think that there's certain things that like, and Misfit's Misfit, that's how she is, that's who she is, that's just how she carries herself. But like I was thinking like, man, Jessica Borga's kids are there watching their mom at this press conference. Like there's just I think it could have been said a different way. I mean, but like I said, you know what? There's the publicity and it's out there and it probably boosted both of them. But that's like, I had my little shindig with Misfit before, and like that was because I got pressured into that, and like I don't enjoy that anymore. I think that it's like I don't know. I think I want to see that fight. I think that would be a great fight. I really hope they do it. I just don't like all the extra nasty. Like I think there's a way to talk shit, and I think that there's a way to say things, but whatever. Like you know what? It got eyes on the company. It got eyes on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Not
I
my
thought it was
jam.
a bit ironic. It's
Yeah.
like yeah.
I was like,
She's
all
like,
I could think about was that Jessica Borga's family was right there, and like her kids came to watch, and I was just like, oh, like that just makes me so mad for for Jessica Borga. Like I would have been.
As a
everybody
mom.
gets in the
Yeah,
car.
like as a mom, you don't want to
Mom,
see that shit.
what did she? No,
Yeah.
Please
we're not
explain.
talking about it. We
Can
can't
I
talk
tell you
about
guys
that.
something like really funny that like Jessica Borga said? Like everyone was stuck on the Christine comment, and I don't even like want to like dive too deep into this whole conversation, but what made me laugh is like Christine called her like whatever, and Jessica Borger's rebuttal was like, it helps you lose weight. It helps you lose weight. And I was like, oh my God. It was just like, I was like, oh, this whole thing is like insane. So it was crazy on both ends. It's a fight I want to see. I'd like to touch on Britain's comment. She was like, I want to fight Amanda Serrano, one of the greatest 115ers ever. And like Amanda Serrano just fought at 135. So I was like, oh, come on, Britt. Like we could have set up something for her.
I wanted to bring her up because everybody on stage kind of had something almost already set up for them, right? Like everybody, even all the way down to like Carl Roberson, Carl Thompson. Carl Thompson called out Chris Camozzi. Like even the UK guys had somebody to talk about. The only person on that stage that didn't have anybody to even call out or talk about was Britain. And they kind of were like, Britain, and Cyrus is like, well, I want to talk to the 115 champ, Britain Hart, Britain, whatever he says. And Britain's like, hey, yeah, I would love to fight Amanda Serrano. Like you could tell that Britain doesn't have anybody to fight right now. So she was like trying to think of a name. And that goes back to you. Like this is you go get a win at Sturgis. They have to make that fight again. It doesn't make any sense not to, unless they bring in some big name 115er that like came off the UFC or something like that, or PFL, or if that girl like Dakota Dimitrieva, whatever her name is, the girl from the PFL who
Yeah.
was at the event in Dubai.
Oh no,
Sit-
y'all keep her. We don't need her. We don't need her over here. You keep her where she's at. I'm not stepping in the ring with that girl.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, she was there in Dubai watching the fight
She was.
there,
Yep.
watching her fight Ty Emery, and I was like, oh, PFL and Bellator is kind of like, who knows what's going on with that whole thing. Bellator's gone away. Maybe she's available to come to the BKFC. I thought maybe they were trying to angle something there, but
Yeah, I think
but
too.
but
Like,
no.
I think it's like what you guys were saying. Like, Britain has gone through like all of the names in the division, but like you got Sarah Shell. That
Yes, 3-0.
Sarah Shell's 3-0. You could have called her out, or like just our rematch. I think would be good. I know that fight was good. I don't have any ill feelings or anything towards Britain. I think Britain's awesome and like got a lot of respect for her, especially after we fought and just as a human being and a mother and like everything. But I want that fight back. Like it was so close and so good. And just like I'm sure Ty Emery wants to fight her again. And I'm sure like, there's definitely names. I was like, no, not Amanda Serrano. No, like she's fighting Katie Taylor tomorrow and she fights at 135. Like I was like, oh, but
She's also making like millions and millions of dollars fighting for freaking MVP.
Yeah.
Like she's fighting for Jake Paul. She is Jake Paul's baby. Like he is making that girl richer than she's ever been and ever could have imagined in her entire life. So
she doesn't even have to fight ever again if she doesn't want to.
Exactly. Amanda Serrano is okay. She doesn't need to be slinging bare hands anyway, whether it be at 35, 25, or 15. You know what I mean? Forget about that. Stick with the ones that are in the company right now. Another fighter that I think could come down to 115 and maybe be for a future opponent for you or Britain or Shell is Jessica I. Maybe after the first fight for Jessica I, she got her feet wet in the sport. Maybe she can come down and make your division a little more exciting too, because we need more people.
Jessica I is awesome. I will say this though, she cut to 125 and she's not tall, but she's definitely a stout girl. Like I don't know if I see her cutting to 115. Like she looked so like she looked like she was where she was at. Like she looked like she was where she was at, but she's awesome. She's such a nice person. Great to talk to, so fun, great fighter, and it's awesome to have her in bare knuckle. But if she did, amazing, sign me up. I saw that like I know that Paige Van Zandt's not going to come back to 115, but I did see that she is like talking like she's coming back. So I don't know.
Yeah, we've heard that a few times. We spoke with her before in Florida, and it seemed like was coming back, and then we didn't really hear from her. And then this last event, she was there, so it's like she's there, but she's just not like she's not stepping through that threshold. She's just not doing it.
I got tea for you guys. So when I was fighting when I was fighting Beck, one of the options for an opponent, like they were trying to get Paige Van Zandt back in, and I wanted that so bad. They were trying to get her back in. I just think something like didn't work out and didn't go the way that it was supposed to, so it ended up being Beck. But like they were like, right now it's potentially Beck, but we're trying to get Paige. We don't know, like we don't know what's going on. So I didn't know. I had no idea. Like I was at that press conference, like, all right, I'm either fighting Beck or I'm fighting Paige. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I'm fighting, but bring it on.
Like Mike said, we talked to her. I think it was in December, right? Last December. It was December. Yep. So that would have made sense. We talked to her in December in Hollywood, and she said she straight up told us, and it's on our interview that's on all our platforms. She says, "I'm coming back to BKFC. I'm not done fighting bare knuckle." And maybe she said maybe I'll have some news soon. So that was back in December. It would have lined up timeline wise if it was going to be in Philly, but that didn't happen. So maybe sometime in future.
One thing that I'm trying to do personally, like not just with fighting, not just with my media stuff, like I'm kind of in, and like you guys were in Texas, right?
Yes. I was.
I was there.
You were there, and at the press conference, I tried to say something to Tony and Kai, but I tried to make it a question to bring up the women's division and how we can grow this. I think, even if I can just only say little comments every so often, I really want the women's division not to necessarily grow with more female fighters. I just think that we need more opportunities. Like typically we only get one female fight on a card, and that's if we get a female fight on a card. That's not a lot of fights to have women. Like I feel like we really need to showcase women more. I know sometimes the women fights can be like boring, but it's like if the men have a boring fight, nobody sits and said only put one men's fight on the card because their fight sucked. But so I'm like, I'm trying to kind of advocate for the women and like really push to try to get more things going for them, even if I can just say something. And it's cool because Sturgis has 2 female fights, and that's like unheard of. So very,
Yeah.
very exciting. And I'm trying to kind of put my foot in the door about being like, all right, let's do some more stuff for the women. We have great women and great homegrown talent. I think, yeah, bringing in more people's cool, bringing in big names is cool, but like we've got homegrown stars. All of our top women are basically homegrown bare knuckle stars, and like we need to really water that and feed that and make that grow.
I love that. And
yeah,
that
I couldn't agree more.
And you said it, they put a second female fight on that Sturgis card. That is freaking awesome. So that's going to be huge for Sturgis, huge for you. And maybe you saying something like that, like gave them a little boost to throw a second fight on there, or I don't know. But they also, at the press conference in Hollywood, they announced signing Aspen Ladd and Josette Cotton too. So they're trying to build that 145 division as well for Jessica Borga to have some people to fight. So they're making an attempt. You know what I mean? They're trying to bring in more women, and everybody loves the women's fights. They're always exciting. We don't want to keep you too long. Do you have a message that you want to send to anybody about your fight in Sturgis and anything? The floor is yours.
Oh man, the show woman is coming to Sturgis. I'm bringing guns blazing to Sturgis. I'm ready to show up and show out. I'm really excited. I'm going to secure a victory. I'm going to dub myself the Queen of Sturgis after I win. I promise it's going to happen. I'm really excited. I look forward to stepping in the ring with Shelby Cannon. After working media, I have gotten a different eye on the ring and a different view of fights, and I can't wait to go out there and use that experience this time. Sturgis is amazing. If you're there, come say hi. If not, tune in. Make sure you download DAZN and watch it. I have to give a message to my amazing husband. He has been doing fight camp with me, you guys, going to every training with me, following my fight camp diet, which I don't know how he has been sticking it out. So he's done everything, not just going with me, but like sticking by my side. And he's my best friend. And I miss him. And he's in Philly and he's going to kill it shooting pictures. And thank you guys for having me on here. Shout out to Blackout Coffee. They are the best coffee, the best sponsor. They're everything. And yeah, I can't wait. It's like, I just want to be fat again. And that's all I'm waiting for. Not that I was ever fat, but I just want to be like
Comfortable.
Four margaritas deep at home with my Chili's triple dipper and my husband in bed, and we're watching Golden Girls or Malcolm in the Middle, and like just being fat. I miss it, and I'm so ready for that. So yeah, that's it. That's my message. That's all.
Do you think that Nick is sticking to the fight camp diet right now while he's in Philly and you're where you are?
He is. My in-laws, the best in-laws in the whole entire world, are cooking him like healthy food so that, and they're Italian, so it's like usually when we go up there, we're having like the best Italian food, spread, desserts, everything like laid out. And last night Nick sent me his dinner. He was eating like spaghetti squash, and like of course it's got like the best meat sauce ever on it.
I like
but he's following his diet, and I know he is.
Good boy, Nick. Way
Which
to be,
I'm not
brother.
even making him. Like I've tried to like break him. I'm like,
sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
yeah. I'm like,
Remember
eat
that?
a Pop-Tart,
Yeah.
eat some candy. I was gonna buy him bad food, and I like bought him healthy stuff because I knew he wouldn't break. He hasn't broke, and he's a trooper.
That's
He's my
awesome.
best
No,
friend.
that is cool to have a support
Good guy,
system
Nick.
like that. That's because you know what I thought. Amy, I always try to support Amy when she tries to like come up with these little diets and stuff. I usually like last about 6 or 7 days, and then I'm like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna eat whatever I want."
It's really hard.
Why is it always the female comes
Yeah.
up with these diets. There's no diet to be had here unless Steph is doing a diet. There's
It's-
nothing. I would never come in and be like, you know what we should do? Just like, you know what we should do is just get whatever the hell I want to eat.
I wish like people understood my discipline. It's the craziest thing, but as soon as I don't have a fight, like as soon as I sign a dotted line or know there's a fight, my discipline is unmatched. You cannot break me, you cannot sway me. But as soon as I am out of fight camp and I don't have a contract, I have zero self-control. Like it's crazy. And I'm like, how do I do this in camp? And like
You're
I can't control it outside of camp.
You're like, oh, what is this new Superman Blizzard at Dairy Queen? I'm going to get that shit
Oh,
right
yeah, I
fucking
have
Oh
now.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've already ordered like so much shit off of TikTok, like candy and stuff for like when I'm after my fight.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah.
All right. Well, Taylor, we always love talking with you. We always love watching you fight. And Mike and I will make the trip out to Sturgis once again. We
Yes.
had such a good time last year. There was no way we were going to miss this one. You are on this with Shelby Cannon. You are fighting right underneath a fucking absolute banger with Gogo and Julian Lane. Good Lord. This card's going to be awesome. The Buffalo Chip's going to be insane. We can't wait to see you live in person. We'll see you next week. Thank you for coming on. Mike, do you got anything else for the Killa Bee?
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Like usual, we will see you very soon. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing Nick, of course, right?
Bring your assless chaps, guys.
Oh, I forgot.
I gotta
I'm gonna
dig them
order
out.
mine soon. Overnight them assless chaps.
Oh,
And everybody-
if I don't wear mine, I'll just borrow Amy's.
All right, I'm out of here, you guys.
Yes,
All the
everybody-
love, Mike and Mish.
everybody make sure you are tuned in. Starling versus Cannon next week, August 2nd. Let's go. We will be right back after these words.
Well, something we do at Grunt Style is we have a 4-toast salute. And there's no better way to start this evening off than toasting our boys and girls in the military today. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a drink, put that up high. For those that serve, cheers. To those who support us while we serve, cheers. To those young bucks still serving today, going over to the Middle East right now, cheers. And to those who never came home, we'll never forget you. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the evening. We got the notorious MMA in the house. We got bare knuckle fighters. We got Grunt Style. We got free alcohol. No, I'm just kidding. But we got plenty of it. And we got a great band. So kick it off, kids.
Hey-o, I still got the picture up, son.
Oh,
Make sure you watch it next weekend.
Dude. So I cannot wait
Look at this.
to see. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Taylor always puts on a great show. Like she said, she is not looking for a 5-round fight, but we have seen plenty 5-round wars with Taylor. So whether she gets a quick win or goes 5 with Shelby Cannon, it's going to be entertaining. She will have a 5-inch height and 5-inch reach advantage over Shelby. So it's got to feel pretty good to be the towering fighter when she steps back into her weight class next week. So best of luck to her. Thank you to her. Thank you to Todd Duffee for coming on. Next time, Todd will be on his Wi-Fi. He sent me a text. He apologized for the connection, but he said, thanks for having me on. And, talking about that Arlovsky fight because he really wants that one. So shout out to him for coming on. And, that was a good conversation. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, it was good. We had Todd for a little bit. He was good for a little. We had him for just a moment in time, but next time. There's always next time. He should go to Sturgis. He should go to
Sturgis. I think everybody should go to Sturgis. But before Sturgis, before we wrap up tonight, make sure you're tuned in tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's the weigh-ins for Philly. The fights are Friday or Saturday. I've been at school all week. So are the fights Friday or Saturday?
The fights are
Friday night at the ECW Arena, the 2300. Or
I didn't think they were going to go back there, actually.
Well, when we
They went
talked to
back?
Dave the first
Didn't
time
it
they
seem
were
like
there,
they weren't going to go back?
yeah, no. What Dave said to me that night when I was shooting the shit with him, he said that they were gonna try to like develop not almost like a feeder league, not like official BKFC events there, but do like almost kind of like when they used to do the toe the line. The way he was talking, they were trying to work up some sort of idea to where that will be the home of, it wouldn't be toe the line, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they resurrect toe the line, but it would be like, that would be the only place that they hold those events. And it would be like a toe the line event in there. And they were going to do small events like that. That's what he said. That was kind of like the idea, but instead, they're right back there. They got freaking Dustin Peg on there. You got freaking crazy ass Cody Vidal on there. You got Johnny Garb on there. Pat
A lot
Sullivan,
of the same players.
Travis Thompson. It's going to be a freaking good card on Friday night. The weigh-ins are tomorrow night. And I'm looking forward to watching those fights and getting myself back into the bare knuckle world like fully, because I feel like I'm out of touch. I've been fully engulfed in this class that I've been in or teaching, and it's over on Friday. So back to the Mike and Mish show, Mike.
Back in action.
Back in action.
Next week, back on the road for the first time in a long time.
First time in a long time. I love it. And hey, they announced a couple events too, Mike. We might be, I don't know. We're gonna have to look at our schedules, but October 4th in Jersey. Did you see that?
Yes.
That is a drivable show
close
for us. The Prudential Center. Let's do it, man. We got.
I'll shove my kids and wife in a hotel and hit up Atlantic City the next day. Like go out to the fucking pier. Nah, it's gonna be a little. Well, it'll still be decent. Still be decent out there.
Mike, we can bury a body in Pine Barrens and then hit up AC.
Pine Barrens. Yes, we could go to Pine Barrens. I've never done a whole lot of hanging out in New Jersey, so I'm ready for that.
I always drove through
the Garden State for anybody who doesn't know.
I thought it was the armpit of America.
It is the armpit of America. Everybody knows about that state as being just what they see when they drive down 95, which is the armpit of America. But really, it's not that. Most of the state is not that. You know what I mean?
Right. For sure.
You also can't pump your own gas there, like in Oregon. They don't let you do it.
But we got gas in Jersey, and they had Krispy Kreme donuts at McDonald's or something like that. You remember that? We went to like a fast food joint, and they had Krispy Kreme in there. We were like,
yeah, it was McDonald's.
We're like, what the fuck is this? I guess it's a Jersey thing. I guess they got Krispy Kreme in McDonald's. Idea. Insane. Mike, it's been good. It's been fun talking tonight. Do you have anything else for the people? Because I'm still in work clothes, and I want to go take a shower and fucking go to sleep because I got to be at school to open the classroom.
I ain't got nothing for them.
Early as hell tomorrow.
Next week.
So thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to our guests for coming on, and everybody else. We will see you next week. We'll probably get a show in before we head to. We're not leaving for Sturgis till Friday morning, so maybe we'll get a show in. We'll let you guys know. Mike, got anything else for these peeps?
Yeah. Oh, nothing. Peace.
All right.